One of the things I know about entrepreneurs and specifically network marketers is we love to be first to market. We understand that. I remember back in the 90s, I got a cassette tape called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. I remember listening to it, and the feeling I got after watching it was whatever they were talking about, I wanted right now. And there was only one company that I could get it through. Ironically, that was one of my first introductions to network marketing. And I ended up working, just a crazy story. I ended up working for the company that one of the number one sellers of that product started a technology company. And he was one of the first to create these opt-in autoresponder pages. So I was familiar with network marketing. I saw this Dead Doctors Don't Lie tape. I remember thinking, man, I want that product right away. Years later, probably 7 years later, I moved out to San Diego with my family. And this gentleman who had made millions with putting this one cassette tape out and being first to market, had started his own company. He had office space in San Diego. He was a multimillionaire, all from being first to market. And so there's never been a product that would rival what that company did with that audio tape, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, until now. There's a bigger problem that people only are starting to find out about. And what's the problem? Well, so here's the thing is we all love being first to market, but we also know as an entrepreneur that if you can solve a big problem, there's a big reward. It's really that simple. And if you can solve a big problem, obviously people will want to pay for it. So back in those days, Dead Doctors Don't Lie was talking about the fact that people generally had a major mineral deficiency because of crop erosion, soil decay, and the lack of organic farming. And so people were walking around with these mineral deficiencies that caused everything you can think of. And so people bought this thing by the millions. And so that was the problem. And really nothing after that. I mean, after that, you had, somebody found a wild berry in the Amazon, and you had a company called MonaV, right? And these were like short run companies. The original one that I'm telling you about is still active today. And it's a good company, decent product and so forth, but something bigger and better has come along. Now, you might be first to market with the whole cryptocurrency thing. And if you're right, you'll be a multimillionaire, right? You may be on the wave of CBD, right? But you realize now that we hate to use this word, but it's saturated. Everybody has CBD. But even if that were not the case, there's a bigger problem, if you're really into health. So being first to market is pretty cool. But if you've kind of settled on network marketing, and then inside of network marketing, you settled on health. Now, I know it, for years it wasn't the sexy thing because, you could get these products at the vitamin shop. You could get them on Amazon, and people started moving away from health products in droves and started moving towards things like technology, cell phone, gas deregulation, all these sort of things. And people just didn't want to be in the health product space. It was too difficult. And so if they couldn't be first to market and markets were saturated, it was like, where do you go from here inside of network marketing? Well, people have done very well, with stable companies like Amway, obviously, but even more next gen, Melaleuca, and then maybe next gen after that, Modera. Products that you use every day, just stable, solid, healthier than the average, product on the market. And that's fantastic. But I know there's still some of you that are like, what's the next breakthrough thing? And I'm going to show you what it is, because there is a bigger problem that people are just finding out about. And it's the perfect storm. For years, organic was kind of like, gaining steam. The price was too high. Whole Foods, they called, half your paycheck. And so now the timing is so perfect because what's happening is organic is now mainstream, but still amazingly only like 1 to 3% of the food is organic. But the prices come down where anybody can really afford it. So there's an awareness there. There's a pent-up demand. People know about organic. They want organic. But a bigger thing is happening. Autoimmune diseases have gone up. Heart disease has gone up. Cancer, all these problems, autism. And they're like, what is going on? And, part of the problem they're relating, maybe it's the vaccines. And there are some terrible things in those vaccines. It's a whole nother conversation. Maybe we need CBD. Our bodies are created with this endocannabinoid system that, the CBD is an endocannabinoid. And as soon as it links with your system, it's like, the avatar, right? It just links up and it's perfect. And your body's going to work amazingly. And that there's been some truth in that. And it's worked very well for some people. But there's a bigger problem. And that is they've discovered that the second brain regulates almost every health function in your body. If that second brain is compromised, it can lead to just about every health problem you can think about. And this has been the breakthrough discovery of the century. So no longer are they asking you, what is your cholesterol? As soon as you go to the doctor, they're taking your CRP, your C-reactive protein, right? And why are they doing that? Because C-reactive protein is a red flag. It's a biomarker. Hello, your body has inflammation. And so inflammation, they're digging deeper and saying causes heart disease. It's the number one biomarker for heart disease. C-reactive protein is caused by inflammation. Where does inflammation come from? What is causing this inflammation? Just like before, they were saying, what are these mineral deficiencies? Where's inflammation coming from? And now they're saying, oh my gosh, we finally figured it out. It's coming from our microbiome. Your gut microbiome, they're now discovering, is its own system, equivalent to the nervous system, endocannabinoid, cardiovascular, nervous, so on, and skeletal, everything. But the microbiome is a system where your gut resides. Okay, big deal. Well, what is happening is they've now discovered that serotonin is created. So instead of looking at antidepressants, they're looking at gut health. You should do the same. They're asking about CRP and inflammation. Where does inflammation come from? Toxins coming into the gut. Look at your gut health if you're having health concerns or if you want to stave off the number one killer in America, heart disease. Everybody's afraid of cancer. So there was a recent lawsuit, and this is where I'm going to get to inflammation, what's causing inflammation. See, now natural health is digging deeper. Allopathic is saying you have a headache, mask it. You have depression, mask it. Mask everything. But what's causing all this? The gentleman back with the Dead Doctors Don't Lie found out everybody had mineral deficiency. Yes, it's part of the soil, but when you do organic and rotate the crops, it gets remineralized. But that still did not solve the problem until now. Here's what they're finding is that you can have what's called leaky gut. From an unhealthy microbiome, you can have leaky gut. That's why you're not getting your nutrients. That's why you have inflammation. This is why you need to heal your gut to heal every aspect of your health. You're going to find that the research shows, this is clinically proven, that your gut affects your heart, your brain, your nervous system, right? Your mental health. And right now, what's the number one thing? See, mineral deficiencies, the endocannabinoid, the whole CBD thing, superfoods, all these things are great. But the number one thing that everybody's concerned with, what is it? Well, all those other things are very important. But with the virus and the situation that we're in, it is your immune system. We never knew this. 80%. Let me repeat that. 80%. That's almost all of your immune system is in your gut. So if your gut microbiome is unhealthy, is it? Oh, I don't have heartburn. I don't have digestion problems. That doesn't mean that your gut microbiome is healthy. Okay. You could have mineral deficiencies, not know it. Whatever health problems you have could be coming from your gut health. And why do we even know that? Well, here's what we do know is something has been going on for 20 years that nobody knew about. I mean, in plain sight, a company called Monsanto, which is just bought by Bayer, was spraying glyphosate, which is Roundup. That's the thing you spray on your weeds. They were spraying it on foods. Bought by Bayer, a pharmaceutical company. Roundup was patented as an antibiotic. Antibiotic, we know, can kill off healthy probiotics in your system. Unhealthy gut, antibiotics, it's all starting to make sense. The bombshell happened a year or so ago. Now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., environmental, noted to be environmentalist, well-known attorney from the Kennedy family, doing some amazing things in the environmental space, children's defense, and so forth, started to speak out against glyphosate. And I said, wait, what's going on with this glyphosate? Erin Brockovich, of her fame. Erin Brockovich, look her up. She spoke against some things that corporations were doing. So they're starting to talk about stop spraying glyphosate on the crops. Why? California, they found that it was not just toxic, but carcinogenic, aka cancer causing. California, parts of California banned it. Countries have banned it. Why are these people banning this? So why are they banning it? And why is it still being used? Money. So we know that it comes down to that. But what can you do about it? This is where I come down to a breakthrough product. So this glyphosate, they found, is in over 95% of the people tested. It's in 75% of our food supply. Is that a big enough problem for you? It's carcinogenic. It's being linked to many, many health issues. You can do the research. So would it be exciting? Okay, so I didn't want to get off track on the health tip, but if you're in health, you're an entrepreneur, you'll be excited. If you're an influencer, you'll be excited to find out about this. Not just for yourself, but for the people that you influence. If you're a wellness professional, we need to remove glyphosate from our bodies. They're removing it from the food supply. It's going to take years. Companies are switching to organic. Then you have to heal the land. Very small percentage of our food is organic. Okay, so you can start off by buying organic. But would it be exciting to have the only product on the market that is proven, preclinical trial, to remove glyphosate from bodies? Breakthrough product of the century. Bigger than the Dead Doctors Don't Lie, bigger than CBD, the biggest thing that no one knows about until you introduce it to them. So you can be the first to the market to introduce a product that will remove glyphosate from them. Now, what else does it do? In a 6-week preclinical trial, it also removed or lowered the CRP, C-reactive protein. So one of the things that almost all of the people that you influence are going to know about is CRP. As soon as they go to the doctor, or if you've been to the doctor, they They test your CRP because it's a biomarker for inflammation. All right. So knowing that this reduces CRP by 74% in 6 weeks in this preclinical trial, I can't promise what it'll do for you, but knowing that it does it makes this one of the most profound breakthrough products that you can bring to the market. And that is the breakthrough product of the century. And so what you can do is, I'm going to put some information below. You're going to be able to bring to the market a product that will remove glyphosate, will lower CRP. And let me just talk real quick about that. So it lowers CRP caused by inflammation. Here's the secret. What caused the inflammation? Your body causes inflammation to protect itself. A toxin has entered its system. Could that be the glyphosate that this removes? Some are saying that it is. And so this is, in my opinion, the most exciting product, because it's not about the product from Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the 90 minerals. It's about that you're losing the 90 minerals because of leaky gut. It's not about the cardiovascular product, right? Because if you're taking in this glyphosate, your body's going to continue to be inflamed, which is the #1 biomarker for heart disease. Do you see where I'm going with this? This company that produces this, Purium, they have amazing superfoods. In my opinion, the best in the world. We have a proprietary method to keep the live enzymes. They own their own fields. It's vertically integrated, which is part of the excitement. But you have to solve the problem. So eat organic, yes, but you're going to be exposed to glyphosate. Your children, they have something for children. They have something for pets. This Biomedic is in this standalone product. It's in a pet product we have. It's in a kids product we have, a superfood product. So Pete, you're going to want to get this for yourself. We're taking it. It has so many benefits. When you heal your gut, you heal just about every function. You know, remember the big thing a year ago was nootropics, right? The brain health. Your gut is producing the serotonin, all right? People are depressed because their body's not producing the serotonin. Gut health, glyphosate, remove it, improve it. So anyway, I'm going to put the information down below. My name is Anthony Tourt. Please contact me. Let's get this out to the people that you influence. Talk to you soon.